can see, we're about to start talking racing with Keith Hillier and our very special guest. Keith, welcome once again to Sportsworld, and the story again surrounds Let's Elope, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly did, Sandy, at Sandown yesterday. But firstly, would you feel comfortable if I spoke about salaries?
Salaries?
Yes, about the obscene amount being earned by Let's Elope.
Very happy the ink's dry on the contract.
Good, good. Well, she's been to the track 5 times, and she's been on the track for a total of 11 minutes and 14.9 seconds. She has earned $2.4 million. Now, that equates to a rate of $219,000 plus a minute, or $3,663.35 a second. How's that for
No, we're not in that league, sorry.
And who called them dumb animals? Well, Let's Elope was the star at Sandown yesterday, and part of the team was Stephen King. Welcome, Stephen.
Thanks, Keith.
Gosh, nice to be back, and she came back a winner.
Yeah, she won like a real champion, she is.
Well, Bart Cummings had not won the Ore Stakes with the Melbourne Cup winner before. He's had 9 of those, so that was something special for Bart as well. Yes,
as he said he's had a couple of good horses but have run second in the Ore Stakes, and for her to come out and win yesterday was a great thrill for him too.
Her time was 1:22 neat. Now, that was a record, and she did it into a headwind.
Well, Keith, early on in the race, they went a fraction too hard for me, and I had to sort of give her a chance. And the way she finished off, I think she ran a record.
OK, let's have a look at that now. Here's Let's Elope, back on the track, back a winner, and she does it by the barest margin.
Over on the outside is Mannerism, followed by Let's Elope, and on the outside their Stylish Century as they make the home turn. Campaign King is the leader. 400 metres left to go. They're in the straight, and Campaign King, the old timer, still well clear. He's about 3 lengths to Dr. Grace in third place, Prince Saleri, and here comes Let's Elope down the outside with a rattling run. Campaign King about to be tackled by Prince Saleri, and Let's Elope is swapping them. Let's Elope ranged up on the outside to tackle Prince Saleri, who won't give in. Prince Saleri still the leader. Let's Elope getting to win. Let's Elope, Prince Saleri. Let's Elope on the outside might have just beaten Prince Saleri. In third place, Brass Sheep.
Yes, there's a lot of speculation while we waited for the outcome of the protest. Let's Elope now heading for the Australian Cup, and then the BMW in Sydney. That's the same path that last year's Derby winner, Star of the Realm, is taking. And Stephen, what if you're faced with that choice? Which way would you go?
At the moment, I really haven't thought about it, so I'll just have to wait to see what happens.
Nice position to be in, isn't it? OK, let's have a look now at the Autumn Stakes. This was won by Loranto, but watch Naturalism in the green with the white band. An excellent trial for the Australian Guineas coming up next weekend.
A couple further back is Ready to Explode, followed by Turgid Metal, Ready being hard-ridden, and Delisle last of all as they're making the home turner. 500 metres left to go, and Dapper's Hope under a tight rein leads them into the straight by a length and a half to our Bowl Cruiser. Loranto running home well down the outside, and here comes Jolly Almac unwinding his run. Naturalism in behind them. They're followed by Famous Nick and My Wandering Stars. They run to the 300. Dapper's Hope is the leader. Loranto. Jolly Almac is finishing on well down the outside, and then Naturalism coming down past the 200-metre mark now, and Loranto has taken the lead from Jolly Almac on the outside, and Dapper's Hope battling on well. Loranto is the leader, and Loranto too good, and Loranto's won it from Jolly Almac, tight for third.
It's a much improved galloper there, Loranto, and Naturalism, of course, the eye-catching run. That was only his second run this time in, and he's on target for the Guineas. 2 preludes yesterday for the Blue Diamond, both won by youngsters trained by David Hayes. Let's have a look at the faster of the pair. Castle Pines winning the prelude for fillies.
They're racing down past the 600-metre marker. Listening now on the outside has gone up to tackle Mimi Zan, and just in behind them, ease to the outside, Mar Becker. And very deep as also as they make the home turn, followed by Castle Pines and Chinquillo, and Abanas last of all. They round the turn. 2 or 3 of these horses went very deep as they straight up at the 400. Mimi Zan the leader, and Mimi Zan kicked away a couple of lengths to Castle Pines. Mar Becker down the outside, and they're followed by Orsay, and further back is Listening now, but Mimi Zan is the leader. Castle Pines is coming after it. Mar Becker not finding a great deal. Castle Pines coming at Mimizan in the final stages. Castle Pines on the outside has got a head in front of Mimizan, and then Mar Becker now starting to stretch out. But Castle Pines will win it nicely from Mimizan and Mar Becker.
Yes, Castle Pines the winner there, and David Hayes may have as many as 6 starters in the Blue Diamond Stakes. Mar Becker odds on, unplaced, but Darren Gauci told Bart Cummings after the race that she would improve. Stephen King could have gone to Adelaide yesterday to ride in the millions over there. He could have ridden an outsider, Sparky Miss, but you stayed in town to ride that mare Let's Elope.
Well, Keith, it's only natural to stay home to ride a champion, but I got offered the ride. and I knocked it back.
Well, Sparking Miss was a bolter. It was ridden by Damien Oliver, filled in for Stephen, and this is what happened in Adelaide.
In second placing, Honeymoon Star without communications, followed by Loving Cup, who's got every possible chance from their fourth. They were followed by Talk to Angel, Snippety the Rail, and then Slick Brother, followed by Mr. Best of Bruges, New Maze. Looking for a run, let him ride, can't get through. Then came Strike Me Blushing, Aljabar's not with them. Wider out on the track, running on pretty well too. Now Mr. Best of Bruges is very deep, but in the stretch to the 200. And the Western Australian filly, Talk to Angels, got to the lead. She kicked a length and a half in front of Loving Cup. And down the outside, running on a Sparky Miss, Talk to Angels just in front, storming home down the outside, coming like a rocket as Sparky Miss. Sparky Miss goes to the lead, and Sparky Miss has won for Mr. Marconi.
Yes, up she got at 40 to 1. Now, Damien Oliver had to survive a protest from the rider of the second place getter there, Loving Cup. It was a lengthy protest hearing. It was dismissed and Damien escaped without damage being done there. Damien then rode the favourite for Lee Friedman in the Australasian Oaks, but this time he miscued.
At the top of the running now as they're about to straighten, and Gatherno's raced up to Argyle Luck. 3 away, Beret Rouge, Bold Alliance, April Choice under pressure, Spanish Gem, and then Shadwell Lass followed further out in the track by My Brilliant Star running on, but now Gatherno kicked away. Lady Purpose a mile back with Sunwalk running on. Inside the 200 though, last weekend's winner Gatherno nicely clear. My Brilliant Star is attempting to cut her down. It's a long way home at Morfettville, but Gatherno is up to it. Gatherno's a half in front, getting to the line. My Brilliant Star comes at it and just missed. My Brilliant Star just failed to get Gatherno tight for third.
Yes, Gatherno started at 8 to 1. She was the lesser fancied of the Lee Friedman pair, with Damien Oliver riding the favourite, Lady Purpose. 3 Victorians filling the placings there, and it gave Lee Friedman his second or third, I think, Australasian Oaks win. Last year he won with Mannerism, and yesterday's winner, Gatherno, beat Mannerism's record time. Let's go to Sydney now, and we'll see a difference in weather here. The Expressway Stakes now, an interesting situation before the start of this race, when Joanne, who was attempting to win her 6th first up race, drifted from odds on in the betting to 5 to 4. The chief stipendiary steward, John Schreck, had a chat with the trainer, Jack Denham, and I think he inquired about the fitness of Joanne before the race. Let's have a look at the race now, and incidentally, must say, have a look at the weather too in Sydney.
About a length further back, Quicksilver, Cindy and Petrero last as they come to the bend. Joanne will lead them into the straight, about a length to a length and a half. She's come out 2 or 3 off the fence. Burrendar Boy running second with Sedge Winnow Archie on the outside. Cinder's close to the inside, over the rise now. And Joanne is the leader with All Archie putting some pressure on her on the outside, and they've got away from Burrendar Boy. Joanne has answered the challenge. All Archie's under the whip, struggling to get to her now, and Joanne has drawn away from him with Burrendar Boy third and running home fairly Petrero. But Joanne keeps her first up record intact. She's strolling away near the line. Joanne clear of All Archie and Burrendar Boy, and that's the way they finish.
Yes, she's pretty plumb put, isn't she? 14 wins from 21 starts. Stephen, thanks for popping in. Have you got a mount in the Guineas next week?
I'd say I'll ride Ready to Explode.
Ready to Explode. It's got to improve a bit.
Yeah, well, I've got a week to go.
Yeah. OK, Sandy, that was racing around Australia yesterday.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Stephen, for joining us. We said Australian Guineas and Lightning Stakes also coming up next week. We'll take a break and then be back with Mike Raymond to talk motor racing.